Candace Owens is playing no games. She's holding no punches. She's giving them every dose of it. All right. I think she's pregnant right now. Well, I think this is the second child, right? I think this is the second child that she's pregnant with right now. She already has a child. She has no time to baby other people's kids. She's going to treat you as an adult. I think this is why we all love Candace Owens, because she don't play those games. There's no sugarcoating. You're getting it just the way it is. With that said, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think about this video here in the comments. With that said, let's get into it.
My question isn't specifically about anything you really said tonight, although I don't really agree with anything you said.
Okay.
I'm proudly part of the LGBTQ community. I've always stood up for my community whenever I needed to.
2,000 years later.
Is there a question in there or a speech? You gotta ask a question, buddy. I know you wrote this out in your notes, but ask a question. Let's go.
How do you think other people who, with your beliefs, respond to the fact that your hateful and harmful rhetoric costs the lives of queer children every single day, on average, every 45 seconds?
Okay, so this is just going to be a pure boogeyman. You're pretending that someone committed suicide because of Candace Owens. You've got no facts here. You're just going, it's your rhetoric that's causing all of this. When in reality, you want to talk about the tea. I sat down with a man named Walt Heyer who was convinced to chop his after your community told him that there was something wrong with him because he had confusion. Why was he trans? Because he was molested when he was 4 years old by his uncle. Rather than being sat down and spoken to by a psychologist, he was handed hormone pills, and he eventually chopped off. Walt Heyer is now 80 years old. He detransitioned, and he does a lot of work talking about why it is that he runs a charity, okay, an actual charity that is dedicated to sex change regret, of people who have changed their parts and can't go back. And you know what happens? Suicide rates go up after they transition. After they transition. And Candace Owens wasn't the one that chopped their dicks off. I want to say, I am not the doctor who chopped off these people's. I am not the person that caused them to have that depression after they go through these transitions and can't just magically go back. So as I said, that is a complete, it's just creating an absolute straw man. Your rhetoric has done this. You have no idea what's going on in those individuals' lives and how they are being inspired to ruin their own lives. And so on my platform, I do host people that have sex change regret, and I speak to those individuals because the community needs to hear those stories before they make those same decisions and can't turn around. Plain and simple.
What do you have to say to the trans students on this campus who feel actively victimized by your presence here?
Life's tough. Get a helmet, man. I'm too pregnant for this. Next question.
Toughen up. This is why the generation is so soft. They're too soft. Any type of pressure, they fold and they crumbling in. Toughen up. Every little thing is a complaint. Every little thing is a problem. That's why they can't watch certain videos and they want to flag you. You don't have to watch the content. Keep it moving. Go watch something else that you like, that you enjoy. Toughen up. Short and simple answer by Candace Owens. She's not playing. No playing around here today.
Seriously, somebody just give out free hugs or something. Somebody give out free hugs. I can't be your mommy. Okay, I'm too pregnant. I can't be your mommy. Next up.
As a non-binary person, what do you have to tell me about my identity? Because I know for a fact I'm not confused.
Okay, next question. Great statement. That's a statement. That's a statement. Okay, you know your identity. You're not confused. Congratulations, sweetheart.
Happy for you.
Thank you very much for your statement.
What's wrong with them?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I was wondering where you got your statement, your statistic about people who transition, detransition, as well as that you are infertile after transitioning. Because I myself take hormones. I do testosterone injections, and I've gone through a lot of doctors, and none of them told me that was true.
Okay, so on my podcast, I actually cite all the sources. If you look up my name and my podcast, you can, it's in so many articles. And also, as I said, sexchangeregret.org actually lists all of these statistics with their sources. So obviously, I can't give you a hyperlink as I'm standing on the stage, but you can definitely find it on my podcast, and you can find it on sexchangeregret.com. Thank you for the question. That was the first question we got there.
According to Britannica, the definition of the nuclear family has expanded with the advent of same-sex marriage. Children in nuclear families may be couples' biological or adopted offspring. Does this mean that the merch you sell supporting, nuclear families means that you support trans couples adopting, gay gay couples adopting and spreading this rhetoric that you talk about?
So you're talking about the expansion of definitions. So right now they've expanded the definition of woman to include biological males. This gets back into what I was saying earlier about the left controlling linguistics and just pretending that, okay, a nuclear family can now be two trans parents that are adopting a child. That is not the nuclear family unit that I am talking about. I believe that I am talking about marriage between a male and a female, which naturally and biologically produces children. So no, I do not take that new updated definition of what it means to be a woman or what it means to be a nuclear family.
Hey, I totally agree with Candace right there. Yes, I'm all for, husband and wife, raising their kids, getting married. Or, not all marriages, we all know not all relationships work out. There's the ups and the downs. But that's what you support. That's what I support too. I'm old school. Hey, if you want to be a guy and a guy, you guys get married, or a woman and a woman, you both get married. I have no problem with that. I don't support it, but I don't have a problem with it. But because that's your life. That's what you want to do. That's how you want to live. That's on you. I'm not going to stress it. I'm not going to let it ruin my day. My day is going to go on regardless. So I understand exactly what Candace Owens is talking about. They're putting too much things, mixing it into one instead of keeping it traditional ways. If you don't want to take the traditional ways, then by all means, live your life how you want to live your life. If you want to marry another guy, hey, that's on you. If you want to marry another woman, that's on you. If you want to keep it traditional ways, husband, wife, kids, family, that's how you want to live your life. And that's the life that I support.
I've raised my hand before, so I just want to preface that I have opposite views, but I do want to have a genuine conversation without feeling belittled. So I do just want to preface that.
Yeah.
I am a feminist. I do study specifically academia and the structure of academia and what that looks like for people of color. So in relation to free speech, do you feel that free speech is free for everybody in terms of Western society and the America that we live in today? And at what point does free speech no longer become free?
What do you mean, at what point does it become no longer become free?
Some rhetoric can be harmful to other communities, especially in the way that it's spread in the media. And I think that goes for both sides. But
can you give me an example? It's always easier to, answer a question.
So what I know we all are aware of what happened on campus last year.
I'm not.
Okay. Great. Look it up. So.
What?
So.
Wait, let me look it up.
Just involving
what?
The feeling of LGBTQ members of the community feeling unsafe with rhetoric that's being shared in terms of transphobia.
If you're a man, I need an example, and someone, if you're a biological man and someone says, hey, what's up, dude?
More of there's students on campus that are living in communities where they don't feel safe because of rhetoric of explaining that transphobia isn't accepted. So my question is just how do you think free speech impacts everybody in community?
Yeah, the idea that if somebody looks at a man and calls them a man, that they're suddenly unsafe because they've created a false reality in their own head. I don't abide by that. I think this is what's really happening is that we are celebrating mental disorders in America right now. I had a stalker, a very serious stalker at FBI, ended up getting involved, who had suffered from schizophrenia. He very much believed, and it was a terrifying thing to go through. He escaped the Psych 5150 hold, and he very much believed that he and I were in a relationship, and he would send me about 100 emails a day, okay? In the world of what you believe in your own head now needs to be accepted as reality, I would have had to marry him and raise my children with him, okay? But what was going on in his head wasn't actually reality. Me saying that this person needs to stay away from me and my family because there's something wrong with him, and he was threatening to if I didn't, raise my child with him. That was reality. That was something that had to be dealt with. So what's happened right now is the left is trying to make it seem that people who see reality for what it is are demented and are creating unsafe territory, and that's not the truth. In fact, what I think is unsafe territory is for people to be affirmed in their delusions. So I will never refer to a biological male as a female. And if that makes somebody feel unsafe, I'm not following you around. I don't know what happened on your campus. I wouldn't follow you around and say, hey, you're a male. Totally fine. Go live your life as you want to live your life. But when you say that the way that you live your life now has to impact me and I have to pretend that I see a woman when clearly you are a man, I shouldn't have to play that game. That's all. Thank you very much.
Love the way she put that. I just love the way she put that. I said the same thing earlier in the video. Just live your life. Why because you want to be something that you're not, I have to go along with it. When I was little, I used to think I was Superman. When I was little, I thought I could have been Ninja Turtles. I thought I was Wolverine. But I knew I wasn't that. There's no claws coming out my fist. I can't fly. That's the delusion that they want us to believe. Like, how do you call it? They said transphobic, homophobic. No, we're not, because we're giving our opinion. Everybody give their opinion for something. That's your opinion. That doesn't mean I have to go along because you want to be something. You're a man, you want to be a woman. That's what you think. But I know for a fact that you're a man. And because I don't agree with you, I should be somehow punished? So where's my freedom? And that's the problem what I have with the situation. Why can't everybody have their own path and their own road? Stay in your lane. That's your lane. You want to drive down that street? You go. This is my lane. I'll go here. And that's what Candace is talking about. Now that they expand the meaning of a woman, just to cover man wanting to be a woman, that's wrong. Be in your own lane. You're a trans. You want to be a non-binary? You be a non-binary. Whatever you want to be, choose that lane. Nobody's bothering you. Nobody's stopping you. But the problem is, let's say I'm walking down the street. This is what it feels like to me, honestly. It's like I'm walking down the street and you's a gay person or you's a trans, whatever that you is, whatever you was, right? I'm walking down the street and I'm minding my business, I'm on my phone or I'm on a phone call. And you're like, hey, over here. Hey, I'm trans. Hey, I'm non-binary. That's what it feels like. Because we don't care. Honestly, we just don't care. But when you're merged into our lane and you do all in our faces, we have to respond. We have to give our opinion, especially when you put it out in public. Nobody needs to know what I do behind closed doors on my own time. Nobody needs to know that. Like, that's what that is. And things like that was supposed to be behind closed doors, not out in the public. And when people give their opinions about it, not disrespecting, we're not bashing you. We're just saying, this is our opinion. This is how we feel about that. That's all that is. But they take it to another level. Now they're being protected. So if you want to be equal, you want to be treated fairly, why, when certain things happen, you want to be protected? I don't get that. I really don't get that. But hey, I'd love to get you guys take about this in the comments. I love Candace Owens. She's don't play around. There's no punches being held. She lets you have it just the way it is. She don't care how you're going to take it. She really don't care how you take it. Because it actually is annoying that something so simple, just simple logic. People act like it takes, like, you got to be a genius to try to figure this out. No. And people do have a lot of regret when they transition. Because you remember, you changing your whole personality. You're changing your identity. You're changing everything about you. That is not something simple to do. That's something you should take time, process it, think about it. Don't rush into it. Because this kind of said, because when you do that and you go all the way and then later on in life, you're looking back and you regret some things that you wanted to do, but you couldn't do it because how you transition. And that's why people start having suicidal thoughts. Because remember, when you do those surgeries and there's no going back. There's no going back, man. Once you go that far, you change all those parts about you, there's no going back. Your body and your state of mind will never be the same. So I don't really care what you want to do with your life. I don't care who you want to be. But if you're going to make those decisions, think about it. Think hard about it. And whoever you want to be, don't force us to believe it. Be yourself. The best thing you could actually do is love yourself for who you is. Because only you can love yourself more than anybody else. Always keep that in mind. Hey, I'd like to hear you guys think about this video in the comments. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section. And let me know what you think about this video here in the comments. I can't believe we're in 2023 and it doesn't feel like we advanced any further. I don't think we advanced at all. Maybe technology did, but people, society, we have not advanced. Hey, until then, I'll catch you guys next video. Peace out. You guys have a blessed day.